It's Wednesday, the 11th of June, 2025. Welcome to the 119th edition of the Aurea series. In our series today we shall take a look at the cultivation, processing, domestic sales, and export potential of teff in Nigeria. Before we get started, we would like to take a moment to welcome you to this channel. If you are visiting us for the first time, please subscribe, smash the like button, share this video and help us grow our family. If you have already subscribed, then show your support by liking the video and making a comment. Now let's jump in. Opening purview: why teff could be Nigeria's next big export crop. In an era where the world is hungry for healthy, gluten-free grains and Africa is seeking new frontiers for agribusiness, one tiny ancient grain is making a quiet but powerful entry into Nigeria's agricultural scene. That grain is teff. Traditionally cultivated in Ethiopia and revered for its nutritional richness, teff is beginning to attract attention in Nigeria, for good reason. It's climate resilient, requires relatively low inputs, and fetches high market value both locally and internationally. So, why is now the time to take teff seriously in Nigeria? Let's dig into the cultivation potential, value chain, market opportunities, and what this could mean for small and medium-scale enterprises, SMEs, in agriculture. Introduction. Teff, Agrostis teff, is a fine-grained cereal crop traditionally grown in the Horn of Africa, especially Ethiopia and Eritrea. In recent years, due to its high nutritional profile and increasing global demand for gluten-free and health-conscious foods, teff has attracted attention in other African countries, including Nigeria. With growing awareness and efforts to diversify crop production for both domestic consumption and export, Nigeria is poised to explore the cultivation and commercialization of teff as a strategic agricultural commodity. What is teff and why should Nigeria care? Teff, Agrostis teff, is a tiny cereal grain known for being gluten-free, high in protein, and rich in essential amino acids, calcium, and iron. Globally, it's a rising star in health food circles, used in everything from porridge and pasta to protein bars and baking flour. For Nigeria, teff offers a strategic opportunity to diversify crop production and tap into high-value niche markets at home and abroad. The Nigerian story: teff's growing roots. Although teff isn't native to Nigeria, early trials by institutions like the National Cereals Research Institute, NCRI, and IITA suggest strong potential. Pilot cultivation in parts of the Middle Belt and northern Nigeria has shown promising results, with teff adapting well to the local soil and climate. Institutions such as the National Cereals Research Institute, NCRI, and IITA, International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, have started to explore teff's adaptability to Nigerian agroecological zones.
Early results suggest that teff can thrive in parts of the Middle Belt and northern Nigeria with suitable soil and rainfall patterns. How teff is grown: the modern Nigerian approach. Teff cultivation in Nigeria draws from both traditional Ethiopian practices and local innovations. Here's how the process typically works. Land preparation. Fine seedbeds are essential for this tiny grain. Light tilling or plowing is usually sufficient. Planting. Seeds are either broadcast or row-seeded at the onset of the rainy season, May, July. Fertilizer use. Organic compost or small amounts of NPK fertilizer are used. Too much nitrogen can cause lodging. Weed and pest control. Minimal chemical inputs are needed, though manual weeding is common. Harvest. Ready for harvest in 90 to 130 days, farmers use sickles or small threshers. Post-harvest processing. Grains are threshed, cleaned, milled, and packaged for sale or further processing. Where in Nigeria can teff thrive? Several states show ideal conditions for teff farming, thanks to their fertile soils, moderate rainfall, and temperate climates. Plateau State, cool highland zones and well-drained soil. Kaduna and Niger states, good rainfall patterns and agricultural infrastructure. Benue State, Nigeria's food basket with ideal farming conditions. Taraba State, fertile, elevated terrain with moderate climate. FCT Abuja, peri-urban farms with access to processing and urban markets. soil, climate and moisture needs. Teff's adaptability is one of its greatest assets. It prefers loamy or sandy loam soils with a pH between 5.5 to 7.5. Temperature range, 15 to 30 degrees Celsius. Rainfall, 300 to 700 millimeters is sufficient. Moisture, tolerates moderate drought but requires consistent moisture during the germination and early vegetative phases. This makes teff particularly suited to the semi-arid to subhumid regions of Nigeria. The value chain, from farm to market. Domestic market potential. While still nascent, Nigeria's domestic market for teff is growing. Key value chain components include input suppliers, seeds, tools, fertilizer. Smallholder farmers and emerging commercial growers. Local processors turning teff into flour and health products. Retailers and urban health food shops. The rise in gluten-free and alternative diets in Nigerian urban centers creates a niche but growing demand. Export opportunities. This is where teff really shines. The global demand for teff, especially in the US, Europe, and UAE, is booming. Nigeria is strategically positioned to tap into this by building on aggregation and quality control by cooperatives or agri-export firms. Processing and packaging that meets global health food standards. Export logistics through Nigeria's ports and trade agreements under AFCFTA. The opportunity? Exporting teff as a certified gluten-free super grain to global health-conscious markets. Nigeria can benefit from Ethiopia's export model, tailoring it to local capacities.
Is teff farming feasible for Nigerian SMEs? Absolutely. Let's look at some core advantages for SMEs looking to enter the space. Factor: SME outlook. Low entry cost. Requires less fertilizer and pesticide compared to rice or maize. Fast growth. Harvest in under 4 months, allows multiple cycles a year. Market demand. Niche but growing in Nigeria, booming in Europe and America. Processing opportunity. High demand for teff flour, baby foods, and baked products. Scalability. Easy for SMEs to start small and scale up based on demand. High-level feasibility summary. Factor: feasibility rating. Notes: land suitability. High. Several regions suitable. Climate compatibility. High. Matches semi-arid belts. Input cost. Low to moderate. Lower than maize or rice. Market demand. Moderate, domestic, high, export. Growing interest. Export potential. High. Gluten-free, premium grain. SME scalability. High. Easy entry point for small agribusinesses. Challenges to note. Limited seed availability. Nigeria needs local seed multiplication programs. Farmer training needed. Many are unfamiliar with teff's growth cycle. Market awareness. Consumers need education on its benefits. Export certification. SMEs must invest in food safety compliance. With the right partnerships and training, these challenges are surmountable. What Nigeria needs to do next? To unlock teff's full potential, a few key steps are essential. Invest in seed production and distribution. Train farmers through extension services. Develop processing hubs for SMEs. Support export readiness programs for agribusinesses. Launch domestic awareness campaigns around teff's nutritional benefits.
Conclusion: teff is tiny, but its potential is huge. As Nigeria looks to diversify its agricultural economy beyond oil and staple grains, teff presents a golden opportunity. It's nutritious, climate-friendly, exportable, and viable for small and medium-scale farmers and processors. By supporting its cultivation and building a strong value chain, Nigeria could not only become self-sufficient in yet another crop but emerge as a key player in the global teff market. The grain is small, But the opportunity is massive. Are you an SME interested in teff farming or processing? If you are, let's talk about how to get started, where to find certified seed, or how to access export markets. Drop your questions in our YouTube comments section. If you would like to learn more or wish to discuss paid brand sponsorship of any of our agribusiness videos, please contact us on any of the social media handles below. Quote of the week. Teff is more than just a grain, it's a superfood. Sheba Farms.